But we didn't have these tools that y'all will have. Auntie, grab your cousin,
your sister, your brother, your uncle, your grandpa. And everything we're telling you guys is from experience. We've done it all.
Keeping up with the Joneses, don't do that because that's what keeps you broke. Welcome to our very first YouTube video. Period. I'm Kennedy.
I'm Reagan.
And we are a part of Prestigious Beauty. And today we are coming to give you guys tips on things you can do today to start your very own braid business.
The first point, as far as starting your braid business, if you want to start today, get all your legal stuff together. The last thing you want to do is be making a whole bunch of money and then the government's trying to come after you.
Yeah, because they will come after you.
They will. They'll take all of your stuff.
It's better to have all your legal stuff down so that when you get successful, people aren't trying to shut you down. You have all your paperwork to show people. You know that you have your license, your salon license. Because if, let's say you're gonna start in a salon suite, even though you don't have a license in Georgia particularly, you have to still have like a business license and a salon license and an LLC to even get those things.
Yep. And then also to piggyback off of what she said, not every state allows you to braid without a cosmetology license. I think there's only like 5 or 6 states out of the 50 that let you do it.
Yeah.
So please find out if you're able to braid without a license in your state. Like she said, it'll be in our description below to help you out so you'll know. You want to do it legally. Don't do it without your license. They will shut you down. You can get sued. Let's not do that.
Let's start there, because if you can't even get the legal documents to start, don't even do this, because we're not going to give you guys any information or tell you to do anything that's illegal or anything of that matter. So
yes. So you need your cosmetology license.
Get it.
Go to school.
And honestly, like, you make more money, you can offer more services, which we'll probably get into in a later video. But right now, this is things you can do now to start a braid business today. The guide will be in our description box below, so you can click on that and it'll give you all 50 states on whether you or not you're able to start a braid business without a license. After you figure out if you need a license, research your demographic. It's very important to know where you want to set up shop. Do you want to set up in an area that doesn't have a lot of competition? Do you want to do it in your hometown? Like, where do you want to do it? What you can do is focus on like the money that people make in that area, because if you want to price your services at a certain price point, you want to go to areas that are where people predominantly make money. Realistically, like, it sounds kind of like
Cliche. It
Cliche.
sounds superficial.
It does. But like, if they have money, they're gonna be more willing to pay for services, as opposed if you go into the hood and set up shop. Like, you can still be successful, but it's a different strategy that you need to use.
Yeah, like as far as demographics, you do have to price it based on demographics. So if you're in a lower income area, you cannot price your services at $300-400 and think you're going to make money.
No.
You have to price it based on the demographic you're going to be in. So for example, our salon is in Johns Creek. It's a more prevalent area. It's definitely one of the more, how can I say it, financially higher areas in Georgia.
People's income, they gross more.
Yeah, so it also kind of sets us apart. Like, we're a little bit recession proof because in this area the people are a little bit higher in their career, so therefore if a recession does hit, they're least likely to get hit by the recession compared to other areas.
I'm talking about, these are like high income earner women, business women, full-time moms and wives, but they got businesses, doctors, lawyers,
flying from state to or different countries. I have one client, she worked with Google and she lived in Switzerland.
Yeah,
so,
and she came back and got her hair done. So yeah, I think it's important to figure out where you want to go. You can always start in your hometown. When we started doing hair, we started in our hometown, in the little town of Snowville. Like, that's gonna be another story for another time. But we was doing hair in our high school, because you have to start somewhere, and that's gonna lead into one of our other points. But definitely research your area, your demographic, who you want to service. But also work for us. We was in an area, Johns Creek, where there wasn't a lot of braiders at the time.
I think we're like only one of 2 braiders in the area.
Yes. Yeah. So that kind of set us apart from a lot of the competition. Like, we were gonna be in Atlanta, but y'all know Atlanta is already flooded with hairstyles. And I do believe God, if God calls you to go to Atlanta, follow the Holy Spirit for sure. But if you want to minimize competition, go to an area where it's needed. Because there were definitely Black women in Johns Creek that needed our services. It wasn't a lot of braiders already, so that helped us grow fast.
Yep. So point number
So y'all, when I was editing the video, the clip had cut out because my camera shut off when we were recording. So the next point was to make sure you reserve all your social media handles, and we'll be getting into why in the next clip. So
yeah, do that ASAP, because if we kind of got a little caught up with some of our handles. Some of our handles say Prestigious Beauties with a YS at the end. Some of it says Prestigious Beauty, because we didn't reserve it fast enough. So go ahead and reserve your, if you want a Google account, go ahead and reserve it on Google. Make sure you get it, not LLC, but is it the LLC to protect you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So make sure your LLC, make sure the name matches your social media handles, because when you have different social media handles, it confuses your clients and they don't know where to look for you.
It's very, very hard to find you. And then like it just makes sense for somebody to say, okay, if they're Prestigious Beauty, I'm gonna go find them on TikTok, Google, everything. So it's just simple. I'm not saying if you have different names, because obviously she was saying we had different names in certain places, but it would have helped a lot more if we had a consistent name across all bases. So we tried our best to get the name. Like I just made a Pinterest account for us. I forgot to tell you that. But yeah, but our name was already taken, but we didn't have these tools that y'all will have. Y'all have this video and y'all can implement it. So reserve your social media handles everywhere.
This video is to help you guys with the learning curve, because when I tell you the learning curve beat me and her up, I mean, when I say girl dragged us.
Girl, we still learning as we go, but we definitely have enough knowledge to teach y'all.
If we could have had a mentor or somebody to give us the real, not stuff we could just look up on Google, like literally help us out, you know, it would have helped the learning curve. So we gonna help y'all out, because there's not a lot of information.
It's not, and I feel like a lot of people gatekeep stuff.
Yeah.
But it's money to be made for everybody, and we want y'all to be able to come to this channel and like get all the information you need.
The next point.
Another thing is you want to make sure you're getting as much content to promote on your social media handles, because even though you have your LLC, you have all your legal work, you can be in a predominant area where they are like high ticketed earners. If you don't have any content or any work to show at all, nobody's gonna book you.
Yeah.
So grab a friend, grab your auntie, grab your cousin,
your sister, your brother, your uncle, your grandpa.
They would love the
baby.
Girl,
the dog.
The dog. You can give your people giving their dogs locks.
You seen that lady that put the wig on her dog?
Yeah. You guys need content, so find somebody. We had a situation when we were starting out. She gonna beat me up every time for this, but I charged the girl $10. When we first started in high school, like, I was like, girl, we can do your hair, just trust us.
We did micros for $10, you guys.
They weren't micros, but they were small.
It took us 2 days. We slept over at this girl's house.
We did. We did, girl. This is before like people gave information like this so freely online. Yeah, I charged her $10, but you may have to start doing hair for free, give people some discounts, still charge your work, but find like a family or friend that needs their hair. You need content and pictures to show people.
Yes. So the next point is kind of going based off the demographic thing, but figure out what you're gonna do. Are you gonna be home-based? Are you gonna be a travel stylist? Are you going to get a suite? And if you're gonna do any one of those, you need to figure out what your overhead cost is.
Yes.
You don't wanna go in here with no money or nothing. Like you can start very low. Like if you're gonna be a travel stylist, calculate how much gas you'll be needing, figure out what areas you're gonna travel to, and a little bit of products that you need, because you don't wanna get all your money and then spend all your money, you can't reinvest it back into the business. Me and her for like a year straight worked full-time with our business, did not pay ourselves nothing.
And then also, we gonna tell y'all when we were done too, because this can help a lot of people. At first, when we were doing hair, we would get the money, chop it right in half. She get her full portion, I got my full portion. But we realized the business wasn't growing, because guess what? We were taking the money for ourselves and not putting it back in our business. So we had a moment where we weren't paying ourselves at all. Everything was being reinvested back into the business, Like
a year.
Yeah, a year straight of doing that. And when I tell you, we was able to move out of our parents' houses, eventually get products for people. We didn't have to like use our own money to buy stuff. All of these things helped us to get to the next level. You have to realize investing, if you want your business to grow, any business, you have to invest your money.
What is it called? Long-term gratification?
Or short-term, yeah.
Something like that.
Delayed gratification.
There we go,
yeah.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
If you can be patient and hold off, I promise you it'll be worth it. Now, you know, we're fully living off of our business. Our business is able to pay me a good wage, her a good wage, still put money back into our business, and me and her both have our own car notes, our own apartments. We live by ourselves. Like us not taking money for a year and having to hustle for a year and take clients was by far the best thing we ever could have done.
The best thing. I promise. I know we live in a society where it's instant gratification. I gotta be driving the newest and the latest. No, trying to stay up with the Joneses is what keeps you held back.
Yeah.
Like we sacrifice so much time and energy and our money and our savings, and sometimes having fun with friends, even though we kind of overdid it a little bit. We did. And we're gonna talk about mental health here. This is a channel of mental health because I think it should be a fine line of mental health and also hustling. You know, doing what you need to do, but it is definitely important. I forgot what point I was making. What was I talking about?
The Joneses?
Yes, keeping up with the Joneses. Don't do that because that's what keeps you broke and that's what keeps you behind. Because now that we did that and made that sacrifice, now we can live in the fruits of our labor. And even now we're still having to like adjust ourselves because we have other things we want to invest in. So we're doing that, but don't try to keep up with the Joneses. People are going to be talking about everything they have on social media. You need to focus on you and the path that God has for you and move accordingly, you know?
And don't listen to everybody's advice.
No.
When I tell you, when we told people we weren't paying ourselves for a year, everybody called us crazy, dumb, that's not smart, like this, that, and the third. Like,
you can't make money with hair. You can, especially if you live in Atlanta or a predominant city, like a big city like New York. Yes. You can make money. You can make money anywhere. It's a mindset thing.
Yep, so don't let nobody minimize your dreams.
No. What point number are we on? Because I kind of wanted to number them in the video.
Girl, I have no clue.
It's okay.
You might have to just go through and put the numbers in.
Yeah, true. Girl, we didn't say any numbers, but I'm gonna put the points like in the description box below so y'all can follow those.
There we go. Last point of the video. Please, if you want, when you are determining where you're going to set up, make sure it's realistic to what you have. If you just started, do not jump straight into a salon suite.
Please don't. People will try to pressure you to do that, but we started off being travel braiders. And I know a lot of people will question like, that's not safe. I can't necessarily do that. I'm not driving right now, so what can I do? Find what you can do. Like if you have a place in your parents' home, because there might be a lot of young teenagers watching this. If your parents would let you go to your friend's house and y'all record content there, or somebody comes with you, see how you can realistically take clients. Once you figure that out, I would say like try to do it in your house for a little while until you can get a steady clientele, because it's a huge commitment to get a salon suite at the moment, but when you build that clientele, it's not hard at all. You just want to make sure you have that clientele because you are going to be responsible for rent. Let's say you can't do hair at your parents' house, and maybe you can work part-time in a braid salon.
There you go.
There's a lot of stylists that will hire people that are aspiring braiders.
And everything we're telling you guys is from experience. We've done it all. We've been mobile stylists. We've had our parents trying to get us to stop doing hair. We became a home base where me and her moved in together and got a sunroom that was doing hair out of there. We worked at multiple braid shops, so we're just telling you from experience. Our last stop was a salon suite once clientele was stable.
Exactly.
And when we say stable, I mean you need to be making your rent times maybe 2 or 3 in a week.
Yeah.
You should not just be making just rent.
Exactly. And still have money to pay for your form of living, because once you get to the point of being able to get a salon suite, you should be able to pay yourself a decent wage. And we'll get into like pricing in future videos of like how to know or how much you need to pay yourself when you get to certain levels of making money. Woo! Believe me, y'all stay tuned. Yeah, once you guys get your legal stuff together, you research your demographic, you start building up clientele as far as like getting your friends and family doing their hair and getting content, you should be on a good way of being able to start braiding hair. And in future courses or in future videos, we're gonna have information on how to properly market yourself, how to price your services, how to do different things so you don't feel like too behind. But these are some of the major things you need to consider to start a braid business today.
I think this is a good starter for you guys. We don't want to overwhelm you with too much information.
Because it's more to come.
Yes, but as a starting point, this is a great starting point. Once you master the beginning parts, like you got everything down packed, you're ready to grow, then I would say jump to some of our other videos and start going from there. But don't try to do everything at once because you don't want to overwhelm yourself and you don't want to set unrealistic expectations and goals that you know that you're not ready to meet yet.
And let me be real with all of y'all, because it's a big stigma with Atlanta stylists, and I know if some of you are from Atlanta, you know These Atlanta hairstyles stylists be crazy.
They get told.
That's one thing. Before you decide to do any of this, do hair for a little while. Like, see if like you actually like what you do. Because it's enough stylists or enough braiders out here that don't love what they do and they end up like, you know, doing really crazy things to their hair, to their clients, and it gives the good people a bad taste.
The amount of clients we have that are traumatized from other clients, they won't even ask us questions.
No.
And we're just like, tell us if you don't like your hair, so we can fix it. I'm not gonna fight you, I promise.
Like, a lot of people fear for their lives. They're worried about getting beat up. I think this one hair braider, she pulled a gun out on her client because she told her wig was too tight.
She had followed her to the gas station to try to beat her up.
And I'm like, but this is an industry where you can make money and you can definitely make a career out of it, but you want to make sure you love it because it is a lot of work. It's a lot on your body. It's a lot, you know, you have to have patience because some of these styles take a long time.
Not even exaggerating, I remember those days where we would get there at 6 a.m. and guess who's leaving at 3 a.m., okay?
And waking up and going to our 9 to 5 the next day.
Yeah, you gotta love it, okay?
You have to, because we was, and this is when we weren't paying ourselves, so y'all can see we had a genuine passion behind this. So make sure that this is your passion. It could be a hobby and it could be a way of you making money while you're in college or something, but never play anybody, never cheat anybody out their money, because God doesn't honor that. Like, let's just be real.
God don't like ugly. He's not gonna bless your business to go further. If you feel like you're getting blessings, you need to ask where you're getting the blessings from.
Yeah,
so
do it the honest way and you will definitely receive the fruits of your labor. Like, I promise y'all, we went through the mud with no mentor, no guidance, no nothing.
Y'all gonna hear the stories as y'all keep up on our channel. Y'all gonna hear the outrageous stories of us doing hair for the past 2 years.
Girl, yeah.
So
no, for real, like, we want to definitely be a light for you guys in this industry because you can make money. You can do all of that, but do it the right way, and then your business will stand the test of time.
just stay tuned. We're gonna have a lot of business advices. We're gonna have a lot of just fun things on here. Y'all might get some story times of some of the crazy stuff we have been through doing hair. Okay,
we have a lot of story times.
So y'all stay tuned, it's gonna be fun.
It is, I'm excited. So if you guys are interested in me and Reagan, you can find us at Prestigious Beauty. All of our social media handles will be in the description box below. And then also, if y'all remember that first point, remember, make sure you're able to braid without a license in your area. That guide is gonna be below in the description box, so you guys can have that. And is there anything else we need to tell the people?
Not right now. Stay tuned for the next video.
Yay!